We are back with Ryan Dodson, CPA with Stanaland Dodson Associates. We're talking about your last-minute tax questions. We've got a number on the screen there if you'd like to text yours in. We've got a few already. All right, so this person says they filed taxes last year in October. That's their husband's fiscal year end for the business. We have yet to receive our refund. The website states that it's been received, but it is not processing. How can they check on the refund and why it's not processing?
Well, there's a couple different ways that you can check on the refund. So you can either log into you can create a tax account with the IRS. You can log into that account and you can see if the refund has been sent or anything like that. Or you can do the old-fashioned pick up the phone and give the state or give the IRS a phone call and ask them kind of where it is. Typically, 90% of all refunds should be processed within 21 days. And if it's been this long, I would definitively give them a phone call and find out what you can do to help move it along.
Although maybe not call them right now. Yeah, because they're already busy. Okay, will a filer get a bigger refund than the taxes that they actually paid in?
Yes, that is possible. You can. There are some cases, especially if you're eligible for like the earned income credit or the additional child tax credit. There are some cases where if you file your tax return, you could actually get more of a refund than the taxes you paid in during the year. But in order to claim it, you have to file that refund.
Right, you have to file taxes. It's not like they're just going to give it to you. Okay, I have not received my 1099. Should I be concerned?
Well, yes, of course, you should be concerned. However, you can still file your tax return even though you have not received that 1099. If you know exactly how much you've received on that 1099, you can go ahead, put it on the tax return, and file that tax return. The only challenge you're going to have, and any potential issues you may have, would be if you underreport. You put on your tax return less than what the 1099 actually states. Or you could always just reach out to who's supposed to be sending you the 1099 and ask them to send it for you.
Yeah, too late now, though.
Too late now, but this is a really good reason why you would extend your tax return.
Gotcha. Okay, so you could file an extension for that. But again, pay your taxes if they're due, but you're filing an extension for the paperwork. Okay. How do you file a tax return that is 5 years old? So maybe they didn't file taxes in 2020.
If you didn't file taxes in 2020, yes, you can go online. There are a lot of software programs, or you can go to the IRS website and pull down the forms, and you can fill out the forms. Odds are for 2020, 2021 tax return, those returns are going to have to be mailed in. Any tax return that's within the last 3 years, you will have the opportunity to e-file those tax returns.
Can you still get a refund for the stuff from 5 years ago?
No, unfortunately not, Tanya. You're restricted to the last 3 years. And so, right now, on today's date, that's the day that your 2021 tax returns were due. They were supposed to be filed in 2022. So if you, by chance, you're happy to get a refund on your 21 tax returns, you need to get that in the door right now in order to claim that refund. So, yes, but your 2020, it's unfortunately too late.
Long gone. Now, if you owe taxes, you should file. Okay. This person's asking what to do if you don't have money to pay the taxes that you owe.
Yes, if you don't have the money, please, by all means, do file your tax return, because if you do not file your tax return today, what will happen is that you will be assessed a failure to file penalty. And that failure to file penalty is 5% of the amount that is due. And that can get up to 25% of your entire balance. So if by chance you owe $4,000, by the time you even get to September, that is going to be now $5,000 that you owe. So please file your tax return, a minimum file extension, but preferably file your return. Now, if you can't pay your taxes, the IRS is required that if you're up to date on all of your filings and the amount that you owe is less than $50,000, and you can't pay within, say, 90 days, the IRS is required by law to put you on a payment plan if you ask.
Okay, so you can file your taxes and put yourself on a payment plan or pay within 90 days. But whatever you do, make sure you file your taxes, because they will hit you with a late filing penalty. We don't want that. All right. Goodness gracious. It's tax day and it's sort of not tax day all at the same time. Ryan, we appreciate you being here and giving us your expertise. Right now we're going to take a quick break. We're going to check on the forecast.